How's it going, everybody? It's your boy Aaromine, and today I'm excited to show you how to make chicken fried steak the right way. We're gonna be doing it with some potatoes, with a tomatillo gravy, with some fried red onions, and then some broccolini because I couldn't find green beans because for some reason the store doesn't have a green bean. They had fancy organic green beans, but they were kind of not moldy, but they were like more brown than green in the container, in like the bag that I see. I don't know, man. I don't know. Green beans need to be more readily available, but because of that, we're doing broccolini instead. I've made this recipe once before. I now have a mallet, so I can efficiently make my chicken fried steak. If you don't have a mallet, you can use the back of a pan, but the idea of chicken fried steak is to take a beef product. Most commonly, it's gonna be something like cube steak if it's already pre-prepared. You're gonna wanna pound it a little bit flatter. Anything with grooves in it like that, with like the teeth, is gonna make sure it gets nice and flat and nice and tenderized. You're gonna egg it, bread it, fry it, which is just the perfect combination for really anything you wanna do. And then that's pretty much gonna be it. We're gonna be using a ribeye that I'm gonna cut in half and then pound flat from there for 2 portions for me and Becca. That's what I used last time and it turned out great. I was gonna get some like bullshit meat today at the store and use that because I didn't want to spend the money on the ribeye, but bro, I spent the money on the ribeye. It's a good dinner. I'm not gonna cut corners on the good dinner. I got the ribeye. I also got I didn't get broccoli, all right? Some of y'all probably think, oh, Aaron goes to the store and gets broccoli. No, I got sweet baby broccolini. That's the most expensive baby broccoli you can find at Fred Meyer. There you go. We eating like kings. A non-organic red onion. We're just gonna julienne, and then we're gonna dredge it in, or soak it in some heavy cream, then dredge it in some cornstarch. And then we're gonna go ahead and drop those in some cold oil and then just bring it up to high. And then basically that'll make some nice crispy fried onions. Tomatillos, all we're gonna do before we make our gravy is we're gonna blister these in a hot pan. After our chicken fried steak is done, the gravy's gonna come together really quick, you'll see. And then just some normal russet potatoes we're gonna peel, dice, and make a nice mashed potato. So without further ado, I think we're looking at about an hour worth of work, and maybe I can get it done a little bit faster than that. So the first thing you need, go ahead, get some oil ready in your pan for your chicken fried steak. You need quite a bit of oil because it's going to be kind of like a pan fry. I just removed a hair from my mouth.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
You didn't catch it?
Yeah, you could have just not said it.
I caught it. Alright, so you're going to want to use some vegetable oil or some sort of neutral oil for frying in your pan. It's going to be sort of a shallow fry. You're just going to flip it both sides. It's not going to be a very thick steak, so you don't need to really oil the pan. We're going to start boiling our water. That way our potatoes can go in as soon as they're peeled. Because it's going to take kind of the longest, we're going to go ahead, get our ribeye.
Ooh.
We're good. Alright, so these are our 2 halves. We're gonna go ahead, salt, pepper, and then we're gonna go ahead and drop them in.
She smells meat.
She smells raw meat. I would give my dog raw meat. I just don't know if I really want to. Against probably some of y'all's suggestion, I trim off the fat because we ain't really gonna we don't want mouthfuls of fat, bro. You feel me?
It gets too soggy. You want it crispy.
Yeah, we don't want no fucking mouthfuls of fat. Go ahead. Get some oil on your meat, some salt, some pepper. Season liberally. We're also going to be seasoning the flour, so you don't really need to go overboard.
She got her bandana off. God damn it.
But you definitely want to, because we're going to be pounding this, you definitely want to like make sure you have some good salt and pepper on the steak so it can really impart, it can really infuse into the meat. What's she doing? She just running around chasing the cat?
Yeah, and she took her bandana off.
Cancel the whole fucking video. That was the whole point.
It's to show off our dog.
And now we just gotta go ahead, tenderize the meat, you feel me? Nice tenderized steak. Ribeye's already pretty fucking tender, so it's not like you really need a whole lot of pounding, This ribeye's pretty thick, you feel me? And you don't really want to lose the juiciness of a thick piece of meat. You just want that Dude, that's a big ass fucking steak.
Ooh. I'm eating it all.
Big boy. First thing we want to do is get our egg mixture going. So what we're gonna do for that, we're gonna give our hands a quick wash real quick. Well, I guess maybe I just got... We turn off our pan.
Oh.
Make sure your pan don't get too hot, boys. Don't turn your pan on high. It's fine. It's fine. It's neutral oil. Nothing's in the oil. Just a little bit of water now. It's fine. It's all good. That was a scare, but it's nothing too detrimental to our health. Okay. Go ahead. Bro.
What happened?
Are the yolks?
Are they frozen?
Yes.
Oh, our fridge is so cold.
That it froze?
Yeah, because they're in the back.
The eggs, bro?
Yeah.
Dude.
We might need to turn our fridge down a little bit.
Okay.
We've never had a good fridge.
Hit your eggs, a little bit of salt, pepper. You want to make sure you don't have any lumps in your eggs, so make sure you spend a little bit of time whisking, especially since I went and threw out that whole egg, you feel me? It's like I'm preventing lumps by doing that, so if I still have lumps from lack of whisking, I look like a joke. That's how you fucking whisk eggs. That's how you do it. I don't know how you would.
Oh, you're so heated.
If anyone wants to know how you do that way. Okay, we are gonna shift gears, and before I start messing with these, I'm gonna grab the next cutting board and I'm gonna get some veg. We're gonna go ahead and peel our potatoes. Brand new peeler, very sharp, so be careful. Potatoes looking kind of green. Good thing I'm using them up. There's a lot of things you can do. If you don't like potatoes, maybe do some.
Try something else.
Try some rice.
Cauliflower.
Try some
mash. Cauliflower.
Cauliflower mash. Is
People
pretty
be
good.
doing keto shit.
Celery root, maybe. Do any root veg would be great.
Yeah. Mash them, boil them.
Yeah. Cauliflower is not a root veg, but cauliflower is amazing. Got our potatoes. Go ahead, make sure they're reasonable size so they cook pretty quickly. In the boiling water at the same time as we drop the potatoes in, we can go ahead and blanch our broccoli, our broccolini.
All she want to do is blanch that broccoli.
Potato cutting simulator. Drop them into the boiling water. Oh no!
And get it in the
oil. It's fine. All right, go ahead, trim up your broccolini. Get the rubber band.
Oh shit!
The band off. Alright, that's our broccolini. Ignore the one that's broken, the stem, and we just drop it into the thing. We just drop it right in the water, and it blanches. You feel me? And it blanches. We're gonna start working on our onion. I think you only really need about half an onion for this.
Yeah, because it's just for the toppings.
Yeah. And after this, things will start moving along pretty quickly. So, if you're feeling like you're doing a lot of prep, cutting a lot of veg, just, you know.
Yeah, the cook time is minimal.
Slow down. It's like about as much time as it takes to fry your chicken fried steaks, everything else will come together.
Yeah.
You want to cut these relatively thin. That's not very thin. You can cut a sliver in half, like your boy. If you can cut it in half, it probably ain't thin enough. Just saying.
Stinky. She's trying to play with you so bad.
Go ahead, take your onions. Get them in a bowl. And the idea is just to soak them in the heavy cream so they absorb. And then they get nice and milky. I don't really know what it does. I just know this is how you make them. I just know this is how I make them. And I'm crying. And I'm upset about it. This is just a process, and the lack of me knowing why the process is the way it is just so upsetting to me. I can't even find my tongs now, and it's just all going to shit. There we go. So
You're weeping.
I know, dude, it's an onion. I don't know what you want from me. Why do you always do this? Last step before we actually start throwing down cooking, boy. Doing our flour mixture. Step 1, get your flour. Get your flour. And this is gonna be the breading for the chicken fried steak. Shout out Spice Jungle. I got some powdered honey here. Nice, ordered a pound of it. And I got some nice paprika, whatever it is. It's a 120 to 140 paprika. paprika fans out there know what that means. I certainly don't. But we're gonna go ahead and add some onion powder, some garlic powder, some cayenne, just indiscriminate amounts. Just shake. Some honey. The honey is gonna be less forgiving. If you don't really have honey,
you don't really need to do this.
I don't think you really have a sub that you'd want to go for. Okay, and I'm not gonna open this because I have paprika right here I can use. Maple's chugging water over there, bro.
I just put some new.
What is that sound? It's a good amount of salt. We have a lot of salt on the meat, so you don't need to go overboard. And then some cracked black pepper, and that'll be our breading mixture done, and we can get our steaks in the oil. I love you.
I love you too. Do you want me to bring the meat over?
Yes, please. Thank you. And start the dip. These guys looking alright. Maybe turn your oil to like a medium high heat. Probably medium, not high. I take back the high part. Dip your steak in the egg. Straight into the flour. Alright everybody, we're back from camera change. I had to change the battery in the camera. We're gonna go ahead and throw our broccolini out of the water. Just throw it out, whatever that meant. Alright, so back to this. Make sure you flip and coat nicely your fried steak. Alright, well it ain't fried yet, but it's gonna be nice and fried. The nicer the coating, the nicer the fry job. Plop it in the oil. We're gonna cook these one at a time, bro.
We don't have room.
We don't have room. Cooking them one at a time.
So turn the oven on?
Yeah, please. I don't even have enough pan big enough to cook this. It's like barely. It's just like a thick piece of meat, so I feel like it needed to be a little bit thinner.
Gotta mash it some more.
He's mashing it on top of the table this time. Drip off your egg wash. Quick, easy, really? It is pretty quick and easy if you're not recording a video.
Yeah, if you're not trying to like film it for people.
And having to like worry about cameras and shit, you know?
Yeah.
It really is nice. Tomatillos. Alright everybody, so steaks are in the oil. It's gonna need to get a little bit more color than this, but I just wanted to get it turned. And because I had already gotten it turned and gotten the other side wet, if I had flip-flopped them too much, the oil would have not, like the coating wouldn't have stuck as well. So
but you can get color in the oven too.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna wait, and because it does have to go in the oven a little bit. So the next step we gotta do is drain off our onion.
From the buttermilk, or no, it's heavy cream.
Buttermilk's probably better to use, but we just didn't have any. Get them with a little bit of salt. Yeah, Cat's just getting fucked up in the background. Some pepper.
They're playing.
Cornstarch.
Does that go in with the meat?
No, this.
Oh, its own thing. Okay.
And those will proceed to fry away while we finish up the rest of our dinner. The oil's gonna start heating up and things will be alright. Hopefully. That's the hope. Everything I'm saying is a hope. Ooh, look at that. Pete. Broccolini is good to go. Feel our
Maple. Hey.
Alright, we're gonna start working towards our tomatillo gravy. Steaks are looking great. They are just about ready, pretty much actually, to come out of the oil. This one just got flipped.
Looks like you're sponsored by Stella Artois.
Stella Artois, if you'd like to sponsor me, that's not a bad idea, because I think I can provide a lot of support I think I have a large audience of 24 that would love to drink your cider, including myself. So make it 25, and Becca 26, and Maple sometimes when she's a good girl, we give her a little bit, and an eyedropper. 26 and a half. Steak's looking good. This one's looking fucking fantastic, dude. Our potatoes are looking great. The potatoes, all we're gonna do to them is, oh shit. We're gonna melt some butter and heat up some milk, and we're just gonna combine those, and then that's gonna be our base that we're gonna mash our potatoes into. Yeah, baby. And like, you know what I mean? As long as one side looks good, as long as we got a presentation side, as long as we got one that we can take a picture of, which is that one right there, because that's beautiful. I ain't gonna I'm not touching that. Even though I'm touching it right now, I ain't damaging it. I'm not gonna damage it. Because that's what we're taking a photo of. The look of something does not define the taste of something. It's true you eat, it's true you eat with your eyes, but you also eat with your ears, you eat with your tongue, you eat with your nose.
You definitely eat
you eat with all your senses. So it's crispy, you eat with your fingers. Go ahead, get this guy out.
Ooh, she looking fine. Ooh, double cheeked up.
Let me tell you what, this is how you make chicken fried steak the right way. You need to get a ribeye. You need to get a nice piece of meat and then turn that shit up to 11. I'm excited. I'm excited because that shit.
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry. And we're gonna render out some of that beef fat on low heat.
Oh yeah. And I'm a person that doesn't like tomatoes. So
that's the thing. It's like tomatoes and tomatillos they feel so different.
Right?
It's like
it doesn't have the right to be called a tomato in my eyes.
No.
It's more like a pepper. To me. Like a slight green pepper.
We got our potatoes out of the water.
We sleeping, mateys.
Go ahead. Get some milk. That boy needs some milk. Got your butter. Got your milk.
Everything smells so good.
Half a stick of butter, and we're just gonna go ahead and melt these together. The tomatillos, we're just trying to blister. I know that the pan's pretty low, but we were just trying to render out some of the bacon fat. Or it's not the bacon fat, but the ribeye fat. For our tomatillo gravy, we're gonna go ahead and cut the tomatillos up, dice them up really small. Do a basic roux with some vegetable oil, the pan fat that it has right now that it's getting from the ribeye, and a little bit more vegetable oil, like I said. Some flour to make the roux, some salt, some pepper, and a little bit of beef stock, which is going to be nice. And it's going to echo the ribeye sort of beefiness, so it's going to pair really well. Potatoes that have been drained off. We're just going to go ahead and add them directly into the pan that the milk and butter is heating up into. Our tomatillos are looking great, so we're going to go ahead and get them out of the oil. We're going to let the beef kind of keep rendering on a lower heat. Where's my potato masher? There it is.
Sorry. Big man muscles.
Potato mashing muscles. Mash your potatoes with fucking force, bro. I'm gonna fucking mash. Fucking mash them, bro. A little bit of mashed potatoes getting in the gravy is great, bro. Mashed potatoes are basically gravy. Mashed potatoes are a liquid. Well, are mashed potatoes a liquid? It's not natural in this world. Mashed potatoes were never supposed to be a thing. Potatoes are looking great.
You maybe saw an onion in the beginning of this video, but don't worry about it.
Cut up our tomatillos. Beep, beep, beep. We're rustic, So if you think that you need to dice and chop up your tomatillos,
It's up to you.
however you want to do it.
They can be any size.
Yeah, it's like it's country cooking, bro. Go ahead and throw your tomatillos back in that pan. We're gonna take the steaks out of the oven. I've diced up the tomatillos into fairly large chunks, and I'm just sort of sauteing them with the ribeye fat. The onions are still going away, so I mean, whatever happens to them, I guess. You know, if they're good enough, they're good enough. Beautiful ribeyes, or ribeye chicken fried steaks. I'm gonna go ahead, take out the beef trimmings, because no one wants to gnaw on that. Maple could have eaten that. It's hot though, so. The flour and all the oil in there will create a roux, which will be sort of the thickening agent for the gravy. The tomatillos are also a great thickener themselves, just because they have that sort of gummy interior, like a tomato. They have that sort of like gel. Broccolini, you're gonna hate me for this, but
are you gonna roast them?
yeah.
That's a good idea. Since the oven's already hot.
It's in the runoff from the steak.
Yeah.
Add a little bit of our beef stock.
Clumpy. The onions are looking like much better.
I think so too.
I think they just were taking some time.
They took a long time.
Yeah, maybe because you did dredge them more. They were more soaked.
Yeah, that's true. I let them sit for a while.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make sure you get all the root particles broken up. You don't want to get like a big clump of flour, you know what I mean? And it's okay if you end up mashing the tomatillos in the process. They don't mind. I've asked them. A little bit of heavy cream, a little bit more. That should be the gravy done. And the broccolini, as long as it's heated up, should be good to go. Alright everybody, it is now time for the infamous plating up stage. Make sure all burners are off. Don't worry about it, dude. It's the end of the video. It's the end of the video.
Those broccolini are going crazy.
Alright everybody, you want to put a nice dollop of your potatoes down? Nice big dollop, because we big people. Well, that's rude. Maybe I shouldn't say that.
I'm big people. It's okay. You're allowed to say it. You're friends with big people.
Yeah, my best friend's a big person.
Yeah.
Get your broccolini down. Broccolini looking a little gray. I'll admit that. It overboils, but that's just
it's not looking that bad on camera. Okay. It looks pretty bright.
Broccolini down. I think that was the thing popping.
It's so big, bro. It covers the whole thing. Looking so good.
Do you want yours on the side?
Yes, please. Like on the potatoes.
So good, man.
A little bit of crispy onions, way more than we need.
That's a lot of crispy onions.
Looking good.
It's probably the best chicken fried steak you're gonna get. To be perfectly honest with you, it's the best chicken fried steak I've had, and I've had chicken fried steak at many restaurants. I try it out. I'm not disappointed ever, but until I've tried this, I think I will be. I think I will be when I have those experiences now, because I'm familiar with this. So, you know what I mean? Brace yourself. It's gonna be amazing. Play with the tomatillo gravy. You know what I mean? If you don't want to do tomatillo, you can do the normal gravy, but just know you're
it's
missing out on something
really
special.
good. It's special.
So, enjoy, eat, love each other, physically and emotionally.